Hello and welcome to a map review. We are going to be looking at another Stevie map that has had the seasons update, and we're going to be looking at this one here. It's called Sherwood Park, and this is his seasons version, and this one also has the dirt and terrain modification. So let's kind of jump in and take a look. So this is an old map of Stevie's. It's been around a while. It is a chopped straw capable map, and it also is a seasons capable map. So I've just added those things, and we'll jump straight in. So as I say, this is one of Stevie's older maps for Farming Sim 2017. As you can see, it's been updated and with the latest fabric script. And it's been updated with these latest bits and pieces. We're just looking for errors. We'll see what we get. I think we're going to get anything. And yeah, so far nothing. So no errors there. And we'll just do a quick scroll through. Yeah, we're all clean. So no errors there, and so what we'll do is we'll just let course play. We've got seasons loaded here. I am going to speed up time just to get some daylight, and whilst we take a look at the map. So here we are. This is the map. This is Sherwood Farm. If I understand correctly, if memory serves, from the original version of this map, this was a private commission which was then publicly released. It is a standard size map. We have a total of 26 fields on this map. Oh, sorry, 28. And we own, when we start, actually 29. I forgot that one's 29. So we own fields 7, 8 and 29 when we start, and this map is interesting because it is a map with very few square fields. As you can see, we have some crazy shaped fields on here. Field 5 and 4 and field 1 are, completely strange in their shape. 5 has got a little island in the middle and kind of a strange dogleg thing going on at the bottom, and so on. So in terms of crops, we have our standard crop types plus oats and rye. So we've just got the 2 extra fruit types on this map. And as I say, we start off with field 7, 8 and 29. Let's take a look at the sale points. We have 10, 15, 20 sale points on this map, and as you can see, we also have a good bit of food in the store when we start off. So we've got forage, we've got pig food and so on. So we'll probably have animals. We have pretty much all of Stevie's standard production items on the map by the looks of it, or at least most of them. I think we might be missing flour and a couple, but we've got most things. Let's just quickly scroll through. We do start off with some animals, and this is a seasons capable map, and if you are running seasons, you will need to feed these animals pretty much straight away because they will die. That's really important to remember. When you're running seasons, animals die if you do not feed them, and you start off with enough food to keep these going for a few days. So it's well worth making sure you get them fed straight away. We have a 5 million storage capacity on this farm, and let's kind of jump in. So I'm just going to stop the time to normal. Let's have a look at the starting equipment. We start off with a Vulture N Series, a JCB Fast Track 3000 Extra, a Massey Ferguson 7700, a Massey Ferguson 8700. In fact, we have two Massey Ferguson 8700s. We have a New Holland T8. We have a Liebherr L538 wheel loader and a universal shovel for that. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. And we have a JCB skid steer with track. This is the forestry edition. It's the 325T, and a universal shovel for that. We have a couple of trucks. So we have the Phoenix 6x6 aggro truck and the MAN TGS 18.480. Both of these essentially European semi tractors. Essentially, we have a CR1090 combine, and we have two headers for that. We have the 45-foot Draper Superflex, and we have a 980 CF12R corn header. We also have the New Holland FR850 forage harvester, along with this one is the kind of like the cutter attachment for pretty much everything normal, like grass and so on. And then we have the corn attachment, which also does rye and oats by the looks of it. So there's kind of an overlap here between those two pieces of equipment. We have a TDK 1600 FarmTech trailer. We have a Joskin Drakkar 8600. We have a Flegel ASS 298 semi-trailer tipper trailer. So there's the three tipper trailers there. We have the Horsch Tiger 10 LT cultivator, the Lamkin Titan 11 plow, the Horsch Pronto 9 DC direct seed seeder for wheat and corn and those sort of standard fruit types. We have also the Amazon Condor 15001 seeder. This is also a direct seed seeder for the standard fruit types as well. These two do not do corn, and they don't do sunflowers or sugar beet and so on. We have the Brendel F2WS 4000 fertilizer spreader and an Amazon UF1201 sprayer. We also have this Joskin Modulo 2 slurry spreader as well. We have a Superflex 800 FarmTech manure spreader, and we have a selection of weights of various sizes. We have a Pottinger 301ED mower and a Pottinger Novacats 301ED mower and a Pottinger Novacat X8ED mower. So this is kind of a three-piece mower attachment. You can have it on the front, you can have it on the back and the front, and so on. You can kind of set this up in a nice big wide mowing arrangement. We have the Lotus 1250 Profi from Lely Tedder, and we have the Lely Hibiscus 1515 CD Profi windrower. We have the Bergman Repex 34S forage wagon, and we also have the Arcusin FSX 63.72 bale trailer. So this one basically is a bale stacker, picks up 16 bales and makes you a nice stack. To go with that, we have the Big Baler 1290 from New Holland, which is a square baler. We have the Lizard pickup truck, and we have a Joskin Equitrans 7300S water tanker. We also have some logging equipment here. We have the ST65T stump grinder, we have a Flegel timber runner trailer, and we have a Pond Scorpion King. And then we have a Karcher power washer, and then as pretty much standard on Stevie's maps, we have a wind energy converter, which is basically free money. Usually this is enough to pay for upkeep and so on. Okay, so let's take a look around the farm. Here we are. and this is the farmyard. So we are over here on the map. Now I think, I'm not sure, but this might actually have two farms. I think there's a farm down here as well. So we'll take a look around here and then we'll sort of jump around the map. Something to note about this map, there is some placeable space. So it looks like there's a large placeable space over here, and there's another placeable space over here, and it looks like there could be a little bit of space around the grain elevator as well. Not sure about here over at the second farmyard. Our animals are sort of all here close to the farmyard. So let's kind of look around. So here we are. This is the farmyard. Farmhouse, pretty standard thing. Got a shed, gates and so on the main yard. This is one of Stevie's buildings. This is a new model with the storage silos for the various items. We have the seeds, we have fertilizer, both solid and liquid, and then we have diesel at the end there. Here we have filling points for seeds, fertilizer, and so on. So you can fill up and pay for it, or you can store it and use it from here. Looking at this, Stevie has not filled. Yeah, we don't have a kind of fill of these on the initial load. On some of Stevie's other maps, he's actually giving you kind of a starting point for those items. We have two seed masters here and some storage sheds. We also have the silo that Stevie uses. This silo, it's here. So this is the silo, and this is the kind of information board that we have. More storage sheds, and we've got, you know, these are sort of a nice brown model on them. We've got a little workshop thing in the corner here, but I'm not sure if this is actually one we can actually use. Got all the storage sheds. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Yeah, more storage and all our equipment. More storage. We have a barn here for sale of straw. And yep, get rid of straw hay. This is the customization shop. You'll need this with seasons because, of course, you need to repair your vehicles on a regular basis. Oh, this is new. This is new. Digestate slurry storage, liquid manure. Interesting. So we've got storage on here for manure and digestate. Interesting. This is something new. I've not seen this on any of his maps before. Okay, so that's kind of the farmyard, this sort of area here. Let's just kind of pop up to the spinnery. This is essentially, so selling point for wool is here. This is the wool pickup point. Our sheep are fed from the water trough here. I wonder if there's a grass trough somewhere in here. We've got another barn here. Not sure what this is for. Animal dialogue, this is to load. So somewhere in here there's probably a trough for their feed. I can't actually see it. There it is, it's in the shed. So the grass for the sheep is actually in the shed. Actually put little steps and stuff here. Can't see going anywhere with that, but can we go into... No, there's nothing up there we can go into. So that's that's the sheep. Let's take a look over here at the cows, cow pasture. So on the lot with the cows and the pigs, we have the two mixers. So this is pig food. This is the TMR mixer, and both are kind of standard things that Stevie puts on the map. This is the cow feed shed. So grass, TMR and so on here, animal load, we've got water and grass there, and we've got the slurry and the manure output there. What we have here is a fermenter. Yeah, this is definitely a fermenter. So you drop in your chaff and grass and so on, and you'll get silage out. We have, and we'll just check over here. Yeah, so this is pickup point for milk, the milk trigger. We have our manure and solid and liquid manure for the pigs here, and we've got a feeding trough and so on there. There is a little water mill going on over here. I am guessing you get your water for your animals from this location here. I don't see a water pump anywhere. We've got our couple of vehicles here as well. The other thing we've got over here is our chickens. So the chickens are over here on the map, and I wonder, does he have? Yes, he has the auto kind of all the eggs spawn here thing. I can't really call it, but it has a name. So we've got milk collection side. So that's all the kind of animal area. So this is labelled as Sherwood Park Farm, in fact. So this is this kind of all this area here. So you kind of get in from the road through here. So let's take a look at some of the elements of the map. We will go down here first. So let's visit greens. So greens is pretty much, yeah, this is Stevie standard greenhouses. There's only 4 by the looks of it here. There's the output spawns here. Each of these takes manure and compost and water, and you'll get sort of tomatoes, cauliflower, what have we got there, pumpkins and watermelon. And then over here we've got a compost sale point as well. And so essentially this is that kind of point. You can also sell eggs to this location here. So that's not far from the BioPro BGA. So we'll just take a look at this. So standard Stevie thing, below ground tipping point for the BGA. On the lot here we have got a couple of silage clamps. We have a compost master here, and standard compost master takes diesel and gives waste and gives you compost. Over here we've got a storage shed which is looking after diesel and fertilizer, both solid and liquid. And then we have 2 kind of standard things that Stevie puts on the map. We have the separator facility, which takes liquid manure and straw and gives you solid manure. And then we have the BioPro facility, which gives takes digestate and gives you fertilizer, both solid and liquid, and biodiesel. I always think production of biomatter manure solids. Separator facility seems to be the wrong word because essentially you're combining. But anyway, so this is the BGA. So that's this area here. Pretty close to this, so for delivery of compost you can essentially just have to drive a relatively short distance. Let's have a look at the PBM mill. What we've got here is a couple of standard things that Stevie has. So the first off is the joinery. This one isn't called anything, but essentially you give this logs and you get parts, barrels and cargo boxes out. They auto sell at the end of the production line there. The other thing we've got here as well is a little board production thing. This is a slightly different model for as usual, but basically you give it logs and fuel. Fuel can be in the form of straw, wood chips and so on, and it will give you pallets of boards and wood chips that you can then sort of use the wood chips to fuel the thing and sell the boards automatically. We've also got a little storage shed here with our Scorpion King and our stump grinder. And our logging wagon is here as well. We've got a customization shop down here too. So that's kind of this little here sort of element here. So we've got this sort of logging area. Now what we'll do is actually I'll just quickly get up into the air and let's have a look, see if we can quickly see what the logging situation looks like close by. There is essentially a little bit of forestry just there. So you go down that little roadway and there's kind of a strip down there between the fields. We do have pretty crappy weather, so I kind of want to advance a little bit. As you can just see, we've got the BGA there, we've got the greenhouses there as well. This is actually going to get, it's actually getting worse, is this fog. I'm actually going to try and advance this along quite a bit. That is kind of annoying. We sort of let this thing. So there we are. That is basically the kind of the logging area. And we've got to kind of say this area of grassland, sorry, trees down here, going south on the map. Let's head over to Oak Farm, as it's called. Oak Farm is a second little area. We have a wood chip selling point, I guess. I think we have a seed master. We have a little bit of space here as well for potentially for placeables. We've got a customization shop as well as a storage shed. That's over here, where we can essentially just sell sort of things here. Take a look up at the bio burner. Again, this is a sell point, and it's looking like it's taking straw and fuel sort of things for sale. And the weather seems to be clearing up and we can actually see stuff. There we go, we've got nice non-foggy, bright, sunny weather. Let's hit the next stop is going to be the animal dealer. Standard animal dealer fare here. Sell point, load animals, and so on. Let's pop across to the Midland Bulk. Midland Bulk is a sale point, drop-off location here. We do have a seed master on this site as well, and we have a customization shop. Next to that, we have milk sales. So milk sales is, we've got a bit of a dairy going on here. Milk delivery, and right next door to the thing, we've got a nice bit of space for the placeables lot as well next to it. So there's quite a bit of space here. If I was actually running this map, I would actually probably enhance this. Maybe make this a little bit more production. That'll be kind of cool. Next up, we'll hit the shop. So the shop is here in the sort of center. We've got a nice big lot for the shop. This actual model, the building, is actually taken, I think, from one of the Soviet style, the Russian kind of Eastern European maps. Very sort of one of those buildings, but it's quite a big lot there. Let's hit the grain elevator next. Sale point, standard thing. Then we've got a nice big space next to it for placeables. We also have here in the corner a wood chipper. So we have the wood chipper here, and drop off logs and get the wood chips out. We don't have anything else here. We do have a wood sale point, selling point for wood here as well, I believe. Yep, selling point for wood. So we've got a kind of little mini sale area and a bit of sort of production. So the wood chipping is kind of well away from the joinery and the wood sort of the logging area, as it were. Let's hit this next area, which is tagged as manure sales, but essentially we've got manure, and we've also got a petrol station, a fuel stop, and we've also got some sort of stuff here for fertilizer and manure and so on in the corner. So that's manure slurry sales. Let's take a look at the PBM mill. This is another production board. So production of pallets. We've got a selling point for wood chips here. We can drop off logs and fuel and then make boards, and we've got wood chips coming out of this thing as well. More production, more sort of logging area next to it as well. We've also, is this actually something, or is this just decoration? It is just decoration. So let me just get back up in the air. We can have a look at this. Have a look at this area. We've got a bit more sort of logging, as you can see, going up in that general direction. A few trees in that general direction as well. And you can see from the air what we've got. We've got a farm over there. We've got some the milk sell point over there. We've got more log trees over there. And we've got a few bits of decoration as well, and you can see all the different fields as well. So from up here, we'll just see if we've covered off. We have actually, no, we haven't. There is actually one more sale point. This is a windrow heap. I think it's a sale point for straw and hay and stuff. Let's just get up into the air. Let's take a look around from the sky. So what do we have? So fields are various sizes. We've got little bits of headlands at the ends of the fields. Some of the odd shaped fields like this one here, it's got a nice kind of sticky out bit, but that's going to that cell point. We've got some round edges. We've got things cutting through the fields, so there's power lines and so on that cut through fields. So depending on the field shape, ones with relatively squarer edges, you've got a nice headland top and bottom, as it were. Ones that are very rounded, like this one. What is this one? That will be field 4. Field 4, if you look at field 4, it doesn't really have a headland per se, partly because you are going to be kind of going around that one. So this is this is going to be a coarse play heavy map. You're going to be using coarse play to sort of do all the field edging and all that kind of stuff, because they are odd shapes. As you look back over here, we have quite a good layout of fields. As I say, the islands in the fields are because of the power lines that run across the map. We do have over here, and unfortunately we can't really get to it without sort of going slowly. There is a little bit of kind of decoration. If we go to the fuel cells here, you can see here we've got like it is a decoration element, but we've got effectively this sort of swimming pool thing, the Sherwood Splash Park, as it's called. We've got a lake, and then around the lake we've got some trees, and also we've got over there in the distance we've got a bit of decoration in terms of a castle and so on. Can't actually get to that, but you can sort of get close through the roadway for the trees and so on. We have, I say, some placeable space around the map, so there's a nice placeables lot over here. You can kind of get to there. It's a pretty big placeable space, but it is kind of quite a way down that little roadway. We've got another. This is this placeable spot here. If we take a look over here and sort of kind of get up in the air, you'll see the other placeable space. That's a big lot, nice big square lot, and yeah, that's not far from field 1. So let me just drop down. So let's take a look at some field sizes. I'm going to quickly look at these fields first. So field 4 is quite interesting. It's a 32 hectare field. It's 2.5 million to purchase, and that's this big one here. I'm going to do the few big ones first, just to kind of get an idea. It's 39 hectares and it's over 3.1 million. These are these big fields. They're very oddly shaped fields as well. The farm is interesting because the farm is actually set quite away from the main fields that you own. These are the fields you own, these two up here. This one's really for grass, and so you can feed the animals. If you wanted a field close to the farm, so field 2, that's going to cost you 1.4 million to purchase, and it's a 17 hectare field. If you wanted to go for, say, field 6, which is kind of closer, that is 6.1 hectares, and that's 490k. Now, if you kind of wanted to stick with these up here, field 9 as a purchase option is 2.7, and it's 200,000. That gives you an idea. These are in that kind of 2 hectare area. If we get into one of our tractors and we bring up course plate, let's check the size of the fields that we own, and let's have a look. So field 7 is 3.2 hectares. Field 8 is 2.8 hectares. Field 29 is 2.79. So those are the fields that we own. So there's not a huge amount of land owned by the farm, but obviously there's a good chunk there. So that's pretty much it for the Sherwood Farm map. Sherwood Park Farm, sorry. So as per usual, the details of the map will be in the description. One last thing we're going to take a quick look at here on the farm before we finish up. We are on a seasons capable map. Now there's one thing I have noticed is that some of the textures are not actually visible. So I'm going to change the season. So we're in spring at the moment, and we're getting the visual season does not exist error message. Now I'm not sure why that is. Let's see. So we are getting it for all the seasons when we do the change here. So we are getting that, so we can't see the textures from the trees. In terms of snow mask, again, it has a snow mask, so let's just add some snow. It may take a minute to kind of appear. As it's done there, you can see from the farmyard. Buildings seem to be well masked out. You don't have it around the insides. There's a good little gap actually around the buildings as well. just drop down, take a look at the height. So this is just one layer, a nice thin layer as it were. We just add another couple of layers. Take a second or two for it to propagate, but we should see the snow thicken. In theory. Ah, yes, there it is. That's actually thickened. So you can see that it's thickened up a little bit around the buildings. So you do get you've got multiple layers of snow on the snow mask here as well. So, oops, let's kind of finish up. So here we are. We're going to end with a nice snow scene of the farm. So this was a Sherwood Park Farm map by Stevie. It's one of his older maps. It's had a seasons update and has been updated for some of his new models and his new features. This map didn't have everything that some of his other maps have got, but this one has essentially had a spring clean, as it were. So with that, if you found this review useful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And with that, thank you all for watching, and have a great day, and goodbye.